When was the last time that a piece of content that you created truly grabbed someone's attention? Not just a like or a polite comment, I mean someone stopping mid-scroll, leaning in and thinking, I need to hear more from this person, and then sticking around for months, if not years, as a loyal fan. That is what I call the attention game, and whether you like it or not, you're already playing it. Nowadays, online attention is pretty much everything, and I'd actually say that it's the new currency of the creator economy. It's the starting point for all of it. Awareness, trust, demand, sales, and without it, nothing really moves. But sadly, and I hate to say this, but most creators are losing that game, not because their content isn't good, but because it's forgettable. It blends in, it scrolls by, and it doesn't hit hard enough to make people actually care. Now, if you're posting content to promote a product or a service, you cannot afford to just be seen. Instead, you need to be remembered. You need people to not just watch one post, but binge watch 10 in a row, following, engaging, and eventually buying. That is the difference between content that just sits there and content that actually builds a business. For perspective, I've been creating content for probably over a decade now. Over 65 million views later, I've helped more than 400 businesses generate over 200 million views and more than £6 million worth of revenue, all organically just by learning how to win and keep attention online. And today, I want to show you exactly how to do that, because attention isn't about being loud, it's about being relevant. The first step to winning that attention is earning the click. You've got about 3 to 5 seconds to make someone care. That's it. And in those first few seconds, you've got to prove two different things: that this content is for them and that it's worth their time. That is what a good hook does. It interrupts the scroll with something clear, sharp, and specific. Most creators fail before they even start. Here's why. If you're creating content and getting ignored, this is probably the reason. Straight to the point, no fluff, no warming up. Just dive straight in. But getting attention is really only half the game, because the real magic actually happens when you know how to keep it. And yes, that is much easier said than done, but I'll walk you through it. See, this is where most creators fall flat. They work so hard to get someone into the content, and then they have no idea on how to retain them. The video loses pace, the message starts to drift, the value gets buried under long intros and rambling points, and in a blink of an eye, that viewer's gone. So let's fix it. Here's the structure that I use for almost every video, post, or piece of content that I create, and the same structure that has consistently driven performance, reach, and results for myself and hundreds of my clients. Number 1, the hook. Grab attention fast with a clear, direct opening line. Number 2, the problem setter. Articulate the frustration that your audience already feels and make them feel seen. Number 3, agitation. Twist that metaphorical knife and really reinforce why that pain is awful. Number 4, your perspective. Show that you understand the problem and have been through it yourself. Number 5, the strategy or framework. Deliver your value clearly, simply, and conversationally. And number 6, the takeaway or the challenge. End with something that's memorable, that shifts thinking, sparks curiosity, creates urgency, or encourages action. This structure works, not because it's a clever trick, but because it respects your viewer. It makes your content easy to follow, it makes it easy to digest, and easy to stick with. And that is what most people overlook when they're creating content. When your content feels good to consume, people don't just watch it once, they binge. They go through your old posts, they watch 3 to 5 more videos, they scroll through your profile, they stay in your world. Attention isn't just about a single post landing and going viral and getting you lots of followers who stick around for a week and then they fall off the face of the planet. It's about creating a body of content that keeps people coming back again and again and again. That, my friends, is how trust gets built, not from one-off viral posts, but through consistent, repeated value. But here's how you can take that one step further by deliberately designing your content not just to get attention, but to extend it. Let me give you a few powerful ways to do just that across any platform. Number 1, keep a consistent identity. The more recognizable your content feels, the faster your audience starts to associate your voice, your visuals, and your tone with value. Think of it like branding, not in colors and logos, but consistently in style, energy, and message. And if every video feels disconnected from the last, you'll lose binge watching potential. Number 2, thread your stories and ideas. One of the best ways to keep attention across posts is to do what I call create connective tissue. Reference older content, tease future topics, and say things like, this ties into a video that I shared last week, or I'll unpack this fully in my next post. What that does is trigger curiosity, and it nudges people to stick around for longer. And for example of this, you'll see me do this exactly at the end of this video when I reference another. Number 3, build content sequences. Instead of creating isolated posts, start thinking in series. On YouTube, that could mean a playlist where someone walks you through a journey. On LinkedIn, it might be a 3-part content series across a week. People binge when they feel like they're in the middle of something, so create that feeling deliberately. Number 4, nail your openers and transitions. Across all platforms, attention drops when videos lose rhythm. Open strong, then transition smoothly, keep your energy up, and vary your tone. You could even use use language that pulls people forward. Here's where it gets interesting. Or, but what most people miss is this. These micro-pattern interrupts, that's the technical term for it, reset attention and keep your viewers with you. Number 5, make it easy to navigate your world. Think of your content like an ecosystem. If someone discovers one post that they like, how easy is it for them to find more of your stuff? On YouTube, link to other videos, on LinkedIn, regularly reshare and resurface your older content. Attention compounds when you give people a path to keep exploring, diving deeper and deeper and deeper. And number 6, own a lane. This is one of the biggest ones. People stick around when they know what to expect. Now, you don't necessarily have to create the same stuff all the time, but your content should orbit a clear path or particular niche. That's because when people know your space, they're more likely to stay in it with you. And when you combine these ideas with strong delivery and a content rhythm, something amazing happens. Your audience doesn't just view your content, they start absorbing it. Your voice becomes familiar, your name becomes associated with value. You earn not just attention, but you earn reputation equity. And I've mentioned this in other videos too. That is what winning the attention game, at least in my opinion, really means. It's not just about posting louder and more often, it's about posting better with purpose, consistency, and strategy. Because what's cool is once you've earned that attention, you can start to direct it towards your newsletter, your offer, or your product or your service. And when somebody's already binge-watched 3 posts in a row, they are no longer cold traffic anymore. They're warm and they're probably already in your world. I can confidently say through experience that that's when sales gets exponentially easier. That's when marketing becomes smoother, and that's when your content starts working significantly harder for you. So if you're sitting there thinking that your content deserves more traction, it probably does, but it might not need better content. You might just need a better attention strategy. Now, if you want some support in getting started with that, I break the stuff down every single week in my free newsletter. No fluff, no theory, just practical systems, strategies, and content ideas that you can start to use today. And if you're serious about creating better content to market your offer and you want the tools, the support, and the accountability to build your content properly, the first email that you get sent will also contain a private link to get instant access to become a member of the Content Club. Those of you that don't know, it's my community for those who want to create high quality content consistently without wasting time, burning out, or second guessing every post. It's packed with resources, guidance, and weekly support to help you stay on track and get better results from the content that you create. Now, if you want to stick around and binge watch some of my videos on YouTube, you can check out this one here, which will teach you a few things to stop doing in your content. It will change the game for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I post weekly, or at least I try to post weekly, YouTube videos about creating better content to market your business and actually get results. So stick around for the journey, and I shall see you in next week's video. Ciao.